No, this tour caddie didn't shoot 194 in a USM qualifier. He shot 2-0. Breaking news. Actually, the score was wrong. It was even worse. On Monday afternoon, Corn Ferry Tour player Justin Huber tweeted out the card in question from Mayacool Lakes CC in West Palm Beach, which is hosting one of Florida's USM qualifiers. Though Huber blurred out a name recognizable only to the most avid fan, Biladello is a professional caddie, spending most of the 2019 season with PGA Tour player Matt Every, looping for him as recently as last week's John Deere Classic. Biladello has the son of former Major League Baseball catcher Dan Biladello. Trey is also a competitive player, participating in various mini tour and PGA Tour Monday qualifiers over the past decade. However, that index is on the higher end of the competitive amateur spectrum, yet a number indicating a golfer who can usually break 80, or at the very least 90, in a USM qualifier. An opinion backed up. So when Biladello's name was associated with an astronomical score, something didn't add up. According to Darren Green, Director of Rules and Competitions for the Florida State Golf Association, the 194 was incorrect. On the low end, there's how did a 2.2 handicap hand in a 202? Green would not the. Multiple sources told Golf Digest that Biladello, starting on his third hole, began deliberately missing shots, particularly around the green. What triggered this his attempts to reach Christian Fortis, an incoming freshman at La Salle University who played with Biladello, were unsuccessful. Players playing in this is not the first time Biladello's character has come into question. Biladello's minor league golf tour profile shows consecutive there. An online search also that Biladello was arrested in 2014, Indiana Royal Palm Beach, Florida on a charge of first-degree domestic battery by strangulation. Additionally, a Florida number listed as Biladello's is no longer in service, and Golf Digest was unable to connect with him via social channels. An email to every Golf Digest's Stephen Hennessy contributed to the reporting of this story.
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.